There is nothing better than iced coffee, a donut, and Ozempic for breakfast. Because once you've experienced food noise, and I'm not talking the, oh, I ate a little bit too much last night. I'm talking like food noise. You get why this is so cool.
This woman keeps on popping up on my social media. I must be watching her over a year and a half now. She bases her whole fucking life on these injections. Constantly telling us and reminding us on a daily basis that she has to take these injections because she suffers with an eating disorder. Okay, she suffers with food noise. She suffers with her cravings. She suffers with her hunger. Newsflash, I also suffered with an eating disorder for a very, very long time. But guess what? I didn't have to go through these extremes. I didn't have to inject myself every single day to fix the problem. Those of you who know me well, because I've been on many, many podcasts explaining this, food freedom was a big, big thing for me when I was growing up. I was anorexic at one stage. I was obese at one stage. And I can promise you this right now, when I was obese, I couldn't switch that hunger hormone off. I was eating on a regular basis, constantly throughout the day. There was a time when I was eating around 8 or 9 times a day, and I'd still wake up in the middle of the night and still have a protein shake and a banana because I was constantly hungry. And all I kept on being told from these experts was, okay, it's all in your head. It's all in your head. There's nothing wrong with you. You just need to be more disciplined when it comes to your food. This is why the information she gives out on a daily basis is a load of bollocks. And this is the reason why she can't come off these medications. Because she doesn't have a clue what the problem is. She hasn't got a clue what food addiction is, what sugar addiction is. And this is the reason why she's eating this food in the car, guys. Because what she's doing is she's convincing people that you can eat wherever you want as long as you're taking these injections. This is the wrong message. This is the wrong message these people are giving out. We shouldn't be falling for this, guys. The reason why you guys are struggling when you go on a weight loss program or you struggle go on a diet, it's not because of the diet, guys. It's because you're eating the wrong food. This diet was never going to work in the first place. And I can promise you this right now, that if she came off these injections tomorrow, she would put that weight back on straight away, and she wouldn't have a clue why. And many of you are actually doing this at the moment. You're falling for this diet culture, this trend that I just need to go on a low calorie diet and I'll lose the weight. Yes, you will. But how many times have you done this? You've lost the weight, but you found it very, very hard to stick to. You found it very, very hard to stick to for a very, very long time. And then all of a sudden the weight just comes straight back on. Guys, the weight comes straight back on because you haven't addressed the main issue. This is why it has nothing to do with calories. You need to focus on the food that you're eating. Now, if the diet has a lot of sugar in it, this is when you cannot shut the hunger hormone off. This is when you guys are going to get hungry on a regular basis. You're going to have these regular cravings. You must address this issue first, okay? If you want to keep the weight off long term. These quick fixes, guys, are never going to last. Trust me when I say this. These are only short-term solutions. Trust me, I've been in this game a long, long time. I know how this shit works now. But for years I struggled. I couldn't understand why I had this addiction to food. I couldn't understand why I was eating on a regular basis. And it wasn't until I realised that the main culprit was sugar. I was eating way, way too much sugar. And it wasn't until I addressed this that I was going to get long-term results. When I cut the sugar out of my diet, that's when I got the results that I needed. That's where now I've been doing this over 4 years. I'm walking around with a six-pack at the moment and I'm not even trying to lose weight, guys. So you need to understand, it's not about the calories. Okay, you will never outrun a bad diet, because women come to me all the time, upset, angry, frustrated that they've done the diets over and over and over again and they can never seem to get the results that they want. And it's very, very frustrating when I hear feedback from these people saying that my PT told me that I just wasn't disciplined enough. I wasn't counting my calories. This is the reason why I wasn't getting results. And then when I come and speak to these people and say, listen, you've been given the wrong information. Okay, this is what you need to do. You need to focus on healing your body first. We need to remove that sugar addiction, that food addiction. And once you do that, then weight loss for you is going to be so much easier. Why can't we not address this? Why are these people not focusing on hormones? It's beyond me. Okay, hormones run the body, guys. It's not calories. I keep on saying this. It's not calories. Hormones tell the body, okay, you need to understand this. When it comes to insulin, insulin tells the body whether you're going to burn fat or you're going to store fat. That's how the body works. Now, if insulin is too high, you're going to struggle. Simple. So what we need to do is we need to find out, okay, I'm going to need to add the foods in that's going to keep your leptin levels high. Now, why do you want to keep our leptin levels high? Because you're going to be full on a regular basis. And this is exactly what these injections do. This is the main reason why people just cannot stick to a diet. Because the main issue that gets in the way is hunger. And they thought that they solved the riddle by just getting you guys on these injections, because you're cutting off the hunger. Because you can do this through food. You can do this through food. Why do you need to go down these measures, these extreme measures, to address this? You don't need to. You need to add in the food that's going to shut off the hunger hormone. It's very, very simple. And that's on an animal-based diet. You need to remove the main problem, and that's carbohydrates. People won't tell you this. Too many carbohydrates in a diet, okay, is going to turn to sugar in the body. And unless you guys address this, you're never going to get the results that you want, as I keep mentioning. Write that down.